So first of all, I am going to get data by using stored procedure which is already available in our database. I am taking here grid view control. As you know, this is data control where all table data will show over here. So I am do formatting over here because it will look professional. Okay, so first of all, we will make a connection with our SQL server, and we have to import our namespace like using system.data.sql client. This is namespace. This is a package which provide some APIs to connect with our SQL server. So we will make connection by using SQL connection class. I have to write here my server name, which is dot. You can place dot or local, both are same. There is no need to write any IP address. What if you are working on live project, then you have to write your IP address or your database server IP address, and after that you will write here SQL Express. As we know that if you putting slash, a forward slash or single slash, then it will work like an escape character in C#. So you have to write here double slash. Now I will give my database name. I want to introduce you with my database. My database name is employee, and the table name is emp_info. I have two stored procedure, get detail and insert info. By using get detail, we will fetch all data which is available in emp_info table. So I will interact with this stored procedure SQL server. Now I will write here my database name employee, then integrated security equals to SSPI. Okay, so this will make my connection. Now if not is post back. As you know that why we use this is post back, because every data should not redirect and come at web form. Fill grid. This is my user defined method. Okay, method definition. Public, this is action modifier, this is return type, then fill grid, this is my method name. I will write here my method definition string s. So there is no need to write a string. You can directly here SQL data adapter DA new SQL data adapter. It provides interface between the database server and front end. So you will write here your stored procedure name. As you know that, as I told you that get detail and stored procedure, it is an stored procedure, and it is used to retrieve whole data which is available in emp_info. So I will call this stored procedure, and it will return complete data of emp_info table. So emp_info, then I will write here connection, then I will take here dataset dataset new dataset, and I will use data fill method ds, and I will bind this dataset with grid view control by using data source and grid view 1.data bind method. Okay, to execute this command you have to write here con.open. This will open the connection to retrieve data, and you can write here con.close. It will close your current connection with SQL server. So I am going to execute this project to see the results. I don't know that what this problem is occurring, so I am changing my browser, internal browser. Okay, so as you are seeing here that all data which is in my table are showing over here. So first I use my stored procedure. Now as you know that how we can create a stored procedure. If you are not aware with it, then you can visit our previous videos where I have mentioned that how we can create stored procedure. So you can say here stored procedure, this is my stored procedure, insert info, this is my procedure name, and emp underscore name, emp underscore f name, and emp underscore font. These are my local variables, or you can say that these are the input variables, and I have mentioned their data types. So I have to keep in my mind that if you are using this uh, local variables, and which data types has been used in this stored procedure. So I will take these names, emp underscore name, emp underscore f name, or emp underscore font. There is no need, or there is not compulsory that if your table field name is emp underscore name, then your local variable should be emp underscore name. It is not mandatory. It depends on up to you, that whatever variable name you are using is up to you. Okay, so you can take another name, like if your table field name is emp underscore name, then you can use here just name @ name. If you are putting here @, it means that it is an input variable. Okay, so as I told you that how we can retrieve data from the table by using stored procedure, now I will make a graph form by which I will insert some data. So I am taking here an HTML table. In this HTML table, I am taking some text boxes to insert data or to take user data. After that, I will post it. I will take here name, I will take here father name, I will take here phone number, or field name your phone number. There is no need to take this another text box extra. So this button is used to submit your data. Submit data. Okay, now as I told you, these are my input parameters, and these are input parameters. So if you take these parameters, then you have to take a class which is name as SQL parameter. I am taking here parameter name, then SQL parameter. I will pass two values over here, string parameter name, then parameter name is emp underscore name. This is my first parameter name, and object value is textbox1 dot text. It means that textbox1 dot text value will be passed in emp underscore name. I can take here three parameters, and like emp underscore f name, and the textbox2 dot data, then 3 dot text. What it is in string, integer, because in TS16 it is short integer, and emp underscore font. Please check it. Emp underscore name, emp underscore f name, and emp underscore font. This is param 1, this is param 2. Now I will take SQL command, and I will put my procedure name, which is insert info. This is my procedure name, and this is my connection. So you have to pass your parameters over here by using cmd.parameters.add param. I will repeat these lines again and again, like param 1, param 2. Then you have to write that this is a command type, which is command type dot stored procedure. Now cmd dot execute non-query con dot open and con dot close. To see updated data, then you have to call your fillGrid method. FillGrid method. It is taking too much time because as you know that video recording also is going on. Internal web browser set as default and then browse. Okay, my name is Websoft Creation. This is my name, this is my father name. It's not right. Websoft Creation 1. Then I am putting here some phone number and submit data. Value was either too large or too small for integer 16. Sorry, actually I am taking here 16. I have to change it and to integer 16.4. So refresh it, retry. So you are seeing the output. I'll write here web father name Websoft and some value and submit data. You are seeing the output. So in this video you have learned that how we can use stored procedure in our ASP.NET. You can visit our website www.websoftcreation.co.in, or if you any programming problem or you need some projects based on ASP.NET, PHP, Ruby, Salesforce, you can directly email us on info@websoftcreation.co.in. Thanks for visit this website.